Like, it's so...
What are they doing there?
Know. Oh, bro, I want to know.
Welcome back to Sidemen Reacts with me, Harry, and Simon. Today we are going to be checking out the 10 most heavily guarded places on Earth. Places we'll never get to go, but we can find out about them. So, oh, you know what? We should do a Sidemen minute. We have to break into one of these places.
I wouldn't say break in.
Let's see. Let's see a review.
A hide and seek, maybe. I don't know about a break in. I don't want to take a record, to be honest.
That would be
Let's
good.
see if we could break into any of them.
Okay.
Ever since the Egyptians built the pyramids
Where's your nose?
thousands of years ago, the human race has been searching for and creating ways to safeguard their treasures from theft and from harm, be it through castles and forts to hiding things in the sea.
Do you reckon Buckingham Palace is there?
Don't know,
Might
it
well
might.
be.
And in this episode, we chronicle what we think are currently the 10 most heavily guarded places on the Earth, looking not just at the measures in place to ensure safety, but also at what the treasure is that it seeks to protect.
Okay. I'm liking this.
Let's start with an unlikely one that looks like it's been created as a challenge for car thieves in those heist movies. Yes, you heard it right. At number 10 on our list of the most heavily guarded places in the world is a car park located at Bold Lane in
come
Derbyshire,
on.
England.
What?
This multi-story parking
Oi,
lot used to
that's
be one
sick.
of the most notorious spots in Derby, with a reputation for harboring antisocial
Derby.
behavior. In 1997, the city council entered into a partnership with ParkSafe, which put into place a series of upgrades, totally changing the aura of the space. Customers who park their cars here are issued a barcoded ticket that is specifically linked to one particular parking bay. Each bay has both horizontal and vertical motion sensors that remain activated until the customer returns and pays his parking ticket. Access into the building is only possible using the barcoded parking ticket, and an immediate lockdown of all exits is triggered in the event that a motion sensor alarm.
I'm not that impressed. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like,
yeah,
I
like-
thought it was gonna be like tombs with guarded, like armed guards.
Yeah,
and...
and like lasers and like, yeah.
But it's
just
just
like-
Derby.
it's
It's
just-
not going to be like, come on, like
Why is Derby in here?
But I swear this just stops you. Does this not just stop you stealing the car, but you could still break into the car and
Yeah.
steal like the phone?
yeah. Well, I rate it, boys. I rate it.
Control room operators use a system of 190 CCTV cameras and electronic maps to monitor all pedestrian movement in the car park.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Come on, impress us.
The Swiss have long had the reputation of having the safest banks in the world,
Ooh.
more because of the security guaranteed by their privacy laws than any armament, and that reputation is all set to be enhanced. Throughout the period of the Cold War, there were many bunkers that were built to withstand nuclear attacks. Most of these are now decrepit and in ruins, but this particular bunker has been repurposed with post-millennial intent. Built in 1947 deep inside
see,
the
that's
Alps near
kinda sick.
Addinghausen in
That's
central
kinda
Switzerland.
sick.
This sprawling subterranean complex once served as the Swiss Army's secret headquarters. Located over 500 feet inside the granite mountain, people seeking entry need to hand over an ID, leave a biometric scan,
not
go
hand
through a
over an
man-trap
ID.
hypersensitive security portal, and then through an entrance tunnel with
Okay, this is a-
anti-nuclear
That's a
steel
thick
doors.
door.
The facility has racks and
See?
racks of data
This
storage
or a
systems
Derby
and has
car park.
electronic security measures designed
This
to
is what I
thwart
was
attacks from
expecting.
would-be hackers and preserve information through power cuts, earthquakes, and terrorist attacks. Perhaps the most secure of all the data in this facility is that of Zappo, the Bitcoin wallet company, which is stored inside a cold room sealed as a crime scene and into which no one enters, not even the internet. The cold room is surrounded with steel slabs to ensure that an electromagnetic pulse doesn't wipe out the encrypted data on the hardware, and an operator in the facility must receive confirmation from 2 other vaults in other continents before he or she can approve a transaction
Mad.
with this
See,
data.
There you go.
That's nice.
Air Force One.
Yeah, first one.
Thought of as the most secure moving location in the world.
That's a
These
boat, that's
Boeing
not-
747
Why did it show a
200Bs were
boat?
heavily modified and commissioned for service in 1990. Yes, you heard it right. There are 2 of these identical planes, and only the one with the president on board is called Air Force One. While many of its in-flight security features still remain secret, here are a few of them that we've
Wait,
become
so
aware
if
of.
he gets on the other one, is that now Air Force One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Wait,
a lie.
if he's getting on, if he gets like a private jet somewhere or like a helicopter, does the helicopter become Air Force One?
If he gets in a car, is that Air Force One?
Ground Force 1. Ground Force 2.
If he gets on a lawnmower, Air Force One.
Can fly faster and higher than any regular commercial plane, and its range is near infinite since it's equipped with facilities for mid-air refueling. Its electronics and wiring have
Mad.
been shielded so as to protect the plane from the effects of a nuclear blast. We're not sure if
What?
the
It
plane
can withstand
carries
a
missiles,
nuclear
but we
blast.
do know that it has electronic countermeasures designed to
From the
jam
ground.
enemy radar and make it invisible. And the wings have both mirror ball defense technology to scramble infrared missile guidance systems, as well as flares that can be released to
Rah!
confuse heat-seeking enemy missiles. Its impregnable air defenses are matched by an equally rigorous ground safety protocol.
I bet you can hit it with the football though.
Yeah.
Each location the plane is due to land is scanned for many hours by sharpshooters armed with high-powered rifles, and the bulletproofed and armed presidential motorcade is transported in cargo aircraft prior to the arrival of Air Force One. Even the food that is to be served on board is subject to a security protocol, and the plane is equipped with staircases and luggage ramps so that there is no dependence on the facilities that an airport provides. The current planes are nearing the end of their service lives, and we wonder what other features the new planes that Boeing
Yeah,
delivered.
imagine a new Air Force One.
That would be sick.
That'd be outrageous. I've heard about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep every seed.
We've all heard of Noah's Ark saving the animals from a worldwide catastrophe. But have you ever thought of something to save plant species? It was with the mission of creating a safety net to protect traditional
this is
plants'
sick.
gene banks from accidental loss of diversity that the Doomsday Seed Vault was created in 2008. It was built in an old coal mine on the remote Arctic island of Spitsbergen, less than 1,000 miles from the North Pole, and inhabited mainly by polar bears. The area is geologically stable and covered with permafrost, ideal for the long-term storage of seeds. A 400-foot-long tunnel with airlocks at both ends leads to 3 refrigerated chambers, each 90 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 16 feet high. Only one of these is currently in use, and houses over 890,000 varieties of seeds,
So if we
packaged
get
in
wiped out,
3-ply
we could
foil
replant
packets
every
and heat sealed to
plant?
exclude moisture.
Ooh.
The concave tunnel head
mad.
is designed to deflect the force of a missile
people
strike,
deal in
and there are
seeds?
5 levels of locked doors between the
Maybe.
entrance and the seeds.
probably some
the
rare
1
seeds, you
meter
know.
thick steel-reinforced concrete walls, together with a negative 18
I
degree
used to sell
centigrade
all the
temperature
seeds on
maintained in
RuneScape
the
back in
vault,
the day.
ensure that the structure and the seeds within will remain for thousands of years. But had the designers accounted for the havoc that climate change could cause? In 2016, melting of the permafrost caused water to flood parts of the entrance tunnel, though the seeds remained unaffected. The Norwegian government has recently announced that it will be upgrading the vault, including service buildings to house
come on,
emergency
Norway.
power and refrigerating units.
Oh, Fortnite. Okay, that's one I thought would be on it.
How do we start off with the car parking, Darby?
don't know
That's
how that got
outrageous,
in
you know.
here.
At numbers 6 and 5 of this list are also vaults, but of a different nature altogether. These structures have, in the popular imagination, become synonymous with the absolute high security associated with guarding much of the world's gold, as well as some of America's most priceless treasures. Fort Knox in Kentucky has nearly 30,000 troops and 300 tanks, armed personnel carriers, attack helicopters.
Wait. 30,000 troops for one bank? Well, for one vault?
Well, no, it's
I think it's also a
Knox,
fort where they
isn't it?
train, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
stationed there.
And artillery available for its protection. As if this were not enough, the
Jesus
building
Christ.
itself is protected by 4 layers of barriers, motion sensors, and electronic surveillance. The walls are made of 4-foot thick granite, lined with cement, steel, and fireproof material. The foundation is of cement and 10-foot thick granite, and the sealed windows are blast-proof, fireproof, and darkened. The front door weighs 22 tons and can only be
Mad.
operated when several members of the staff enter their combinations, changed daily. The vaults inside are 27 inches thick
That'd be so
and made
long.
of steel and
Yeah.
concrete.
Like, sure, it's a bit overkill now, surely. Like, I'm not like you got.
Who's who's going there? No one in America is coming even close to that. Like,
Yeah, I guess that's probably the point. They make it so outrageous that you're not gonna even bother.
Daily codes though. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
you have
long.
several members having daily codes. Like you could do like monthly.
But to be fair though, that's the thing. Like, if you it's all this protection here, but if you just get the code, this door might look all big and fancy. But if you got the
we
code
need
to
like
open
8.
it,
You
like,
need to get it from 5 people and they change it every day. So that's the
yeah,
By the time you get all of them.
yeah they've changed.
sounds like
It's mad.
a challenge.
Sounds like a Sidemen video.
The Gold Vault at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York is located at the basement of a building 80 feet below street level and 50 feet below sea level. A comprehensive multi-layered security system protects the vault, the most important
You mean
piece of
business
which is the
as on Eagle then,
90-ton
yeah?
steel cylinder that is placed at the only entrance. It is set within a 140-ton steel and concrete frame that creates an airtight and watertight seal when closed. Each compartment within the vault is secured by a padlock, 2 combination locks, and a seal by the auditor. Further security is provided by the time locks, the massive steel-reinforced concrete walls, the motion sensors, as well as the constantly monitored surveillance cameras. In addition to these special measures, the vault is protected by the building security system.
How constantly monitored do you think constantly monitored is?
There's a guy sat in a room with his feet up and a box of donuts. Just
So I was gonna say, there's no way he is sat staring at it
Yeah.
24/7.
I'll have a couple. Let me assign a few ones each. I don't know.
With defense features so iconic as to make it feature in James Bond's Die Another Day, the Korean Demilitarized Zone is a narrow strip of land 2.5 miles wide that separates North and South Korea. It extends for 160 miles, from the Sea of Japan in the east to the Yellow Sea in the west. The area is fortified on both sides by chain link, barbed wire, razor wire, and electric fences. Tens of thousands of landmines and anti-tank mines are placed within, and the area is patrolled by
And anti-tank mines, bro.
Oh my god.
hundreds of thousands of soldiers, armed with sophisticated tanks and artillery.
Hundreds of
In addition,
thousands.
there are watchtowers and listening posts every few kilometers, and there are electronic surveillance systems in place. These physical measures combined with the political
Christ
standoff between
almighty.
South and North Korea make no trespassing signs unnecessary, and the absence of human contact has led to the creation of a nature reserve with abundant flora and fauna, including several endangered animal and plant species.
Man. Haven.
Ever thought of what an offshore haven might look like? One of the most intriguing places on this list. This place was built during World War II as a platform to house anti-aircraft guns. This 120 by 60 foot platform is located 60 feet above the North Sea,
It's in
7
England.
miles off the northern coast of
was gonna say,
Britain.
I saw
It was
Ipswich.
declared as the Sovereign Republic of Sealand in 1967.
I've seen this. Some guy owns this. Like it's his own country or something weird like that. Like technically.
Until it was repurposed in 2000 to create a hyper-secure data fortress, and the
Oh.
only people who were permitted to enter were its investors, authorized personnel, and members of the British royal family. In addition to constant monitoring of surveillance cameras, armed guards
wouldn't
would
even
blow
be that
anyone
fussed
off
about
the
going there.
platform,
Yeah.
which was to be surrounded by mines and gunboats.
It's kind of cool though. You know what it's like? It's just like that Spitbank Fort, the one we went to in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Just-
Except that looks like it's
I was
further
gonna
out.
say,
yeah,
That
harder
looks
to
like
get
it's
to.
further.
Bitbank also looked a lot nicer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There's a bit of appeal to it, whereas this one.
In 2008, the Haven Co. website went offline, and the facility was apparently shut down with no reason being given, and speculation is rife as to what this super secure location is currently being used for.
Ooh, it's off the grid.
Mate, the UK's showing up today, you know, Derby, and then now fucking Sealand.
In Fremont County, Colorado, you'll find the United States Penitentiary Administrative Maximum Facility, also known as ADX Florence, or the Alcatraz of the Rockies. This prison is designed to house those inmates of the federal prison system who are deemed the most dangerous and in need of the tightest control. The soundproof cells and furniture are made almost entirely of poured concrete, and the 4-foot by 4-inch windows only allow views of the roof and the sky to prevent inmates from finding their specific location within the premises. The compound is monitored through thousands of motion detectors and
Mad.
cameras, and there are 1,400 remote-controlled steel doors that can all close at an instant if the panic alarm is sounded. The perimeter is surrounded by pressure pads and a 12-foot-high razor wire fence, with heavily armed officers and attack dogs patrolling the area. The prison is currently home to some of America's most heinous criminals, including key figures in the September 11th attacks and the World Trade Center bombing, the shoe bomber, the underwear bomber, and many erstwhile Al-Qaeda operatives. And the security measures aim not just to keep convicts within the prison, but also outsiders out.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy going there, would I?
Yeah, that is.
At the top of this list of the most heavily guarded places on Earth is, no surprises here, Area 51, the top secret U.S. Air Force facility in Nevada. Whether it's cutting-edge weapons research, black projects, or unidentified flying objects that occupy the region, we'll never know, owing to the blanket security coverage which shields the area. At first glance, it isn't much. A chain-link fence, a boom gate, some orange poles to demarcate the area, and many no trespassing signs which also prohibit photography. But the real security
everyone was
measures
gonna
lie within
storm
the
it.
military
Yeah.
area, which is a no-fly zone.
Look at that blackbird. How sick is that, bro?
That
That's
is
like
sick.
from X-Men,
That's-
bro. That we didn't make that. That's from sci-fi. That's so sick.
It's like the Batmobile in the air, mate. Yeah.
Sensors are placed all around the perimeter of the base, and it is believed that these are sensitive enough to tell the difference between humans and animals. There is also constant patrolling by pairs of men in SUVs, whose role is to act as observers and deterrents, and who are sometimes reinforced by helicopters flying low. There are, of course, security cameras constantly scanning, and the Air Force has not made the task of observing the base any easier by withdrawing the surrounding lands from public use, especially those with elevated vantage points.
Oh, mate, Area 51's
Mad.
so sick, you know. I wish
It's
we'd go
so
there.
interesting. Like, it's so.
What are they doing there?
Know.
What are they doing
I
there?
wish everyone stormed it so I could just know the answer.
What are they on, bro? What are they on?
There's some mad shit there, I bet. Like, some crazy shit. Like you know stuff we see on online, like the mechanic stuff, like the dogs that are walking, it's like the mechanical
Yeah.
dogs and stuff. I mean, they have, like, mad versions of that. I
What
reckon.
about the stuff that we don't see? Like that's the stuff that we
Yeah.
do see.
I was gonna say, isn't there something like everything that's been released, like they're actually 5 years ahead of that,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
technology-wise?
Bonkers.
So Area 51's probably like 10 years ahead. Oh, bro, I want to know.
Mate, they got the iPhone 20 in there.
If anyone watching this, if your dad works in Area 51,
Come on, sort us out.
sort us out. Let us have a visit. We'll sign NDAs. We'll sign NDAs.
We'll do a hide and seek and not post it.
Yeah, second channel. Less people will watch it.
Alright, well, thank you for watching, boys. I hope you enjoyed.
I'm just saying, by the way, I'd have a crack at that car park, I reckon, out of all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, see you guys.
Peace.